afternoon and welcome to 3 Talk. We've all heard that money makes the world go round. We've also been told the love of money is the root of all evil. Whichever way you look at it, your attitude towards money can be at the core of either your financial windfall or downfall. This afternoon, money psychologist Winnie Kunene helps us get to grips with freeing us from the shackles of debt, adopting a healthy financial mindset and avoiding a holiday spending hangover. Welcome, welcome, Winnie.
Thank you,
As we open the show and we're talking money, we're talking debt, we're talking a holiday hangover, financial hangover, do you think that a lot of people just switch off? That I don't want to confront this, I do not want to deal with this, I am going to put my head in the sand?
You know the funniest thing, I get a sense that people are so into nice time that the ears just switch off. They're into partying mode.
Not everybody.
South Africans love entertainment. Okay, not all of us. There's exception to this rule, but think about it. Everything, the World Cup, we were looking forward to everything. Why? Because we're going to spend money. Okay, South Africans don't mind spending 300 Rand a ticket to go wherever, as long as it's entertainment. If it's not entertainment, things like education, how boring. You understand what I'm saying? So come December, somebody in here in your studio was also already talking about the jive that they can have and having a good time. So you know what, I do have a feeling that people now are actually getting excited towards December. You are actually saying, and I was actually inspired. I also just had an emotional upbeat right now as you were saying and announcing the show. It's amazing. Money has a way of giving people the thrill. The thrill of having to spend it. And it's nice.
It is nice. It
is
really
very nice.
is nice. So what you're saying is that we have the wrong attitude towards money.
Yes. And I actually think that we mustn't be too rigid. You see, when we are extremists, then we stop having fun. You know, we should be somewhere in the middle of the road, practicing mindful spending. In other words, when you do your budget, have some money.
If you do your budget.
If you do, but learn to do it. We're going to be talking about next year stuff. Learn to do your budget, because you know, if you don't learn how to do your budget will do you, I promise you. And I'll be the one to wish you happy poverty.
Because inevitably that's where it's going to end up.
Yes, because we don't plan. We really don't plan.
Why do we do this? Why? And again, I know we're generalizing because there are very prudent people out there and very financially savvy people. But you're talking generally.
We're talking generally.
Why is it that we are not careful about our money?
I think we need to actually talk about this quite a lot. Why? Because out of the 20 million people almost who are credit active, almost half of those people are in serious trouble. Okay, they are either 2 or 3 months in arrears with their accounts. Now you tell me, if you have a bond of 20,000 Rand, how are you going to ever catch up for 3 months? Huh? Because now suddenly you have to have your 60 grand and on top of that have the 20,000 Rand to pay on going forward. So there is no way that people can be able to catch up with the arrears payment. And again it comes to question that why do we actually overextend ourselves so much in debt. Just yesterday I saw an email, a guy told me he earned 40,000 Rand and he had 2 cars. And he extended himself so much because he has 7 credit cards.
Ouchie!
On top of the 800,000 Rand car and a 400,000 Rand car plus 7 credit cards. Man, he's living the life in debt, of course. You understand? Yeah. But he was honest enough to tell me. He says, you know what? I actually messed up. But most importantly, I failed to wait. We do not want to wait.
I want us to park the debt issue for the next segment, because there are so many things that we need to talk about. So before we get into debt, which is going to be in about 6 minutes' time, let's look at our attitude to money. You describe... You categorize these people into 4. How we relate to money, what we think of money. The first one is the people that love money.
The spenders. You can be a spender as well.
Okay.
Your attitude is that money is there to be spent,
But
not to
isn't
be
it-
saved.
I know this is probably an irresponsible question, Winnie, but if you're earning, you're working hard, why not spend it?
Sure, you can spend it. You can put some away too.
But where are you going to take it if you fall down?
Oh,
die?
no, Lynn, we're not going there. We're not going to go there, right?
No, but I'm being honest. I'm sure you're asking the same thing. Maybe it's irresponsible, but if I die...
Yes, but you're going to kick the bucket tomorrow, sure. But do you have children? If you don't have children, maybe that could be a different case. Who's going to bury you, by the way, if you kick the bucket, if you don't have a cent? It's unfair to your mother, who is in rural area, who is struggling, by the way, while you are actually splurging all the cash here and playing big, and you don't even give something small to your mother to actually survive on. And then on top of that, you kick the bucket and you expect her to raise money to bury you? Is that fair? That's not fair.
Okay.
You,
All right, I
so,
get it.
So there's a level of responsibility where we really need to take, because once we start earning money, genuinely, our attitude is to be that of mindful spending. I am not saying don't spend your money. Of course you work hard. Of course you deserve the best. You know why? Because you are the best. It's cool. I have no problem with that. But all I'm saying is that should you lose your job tomorrow, are you able to at least survive for 3 months while you're looking for another job? That's all I'm saying. Should you kick the bucket tomorrow, is your debt not going to now start letting your mother struggle as a result of that? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But you can spend your money.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's those that love money, and
Yes.
then those who kind of like it.
Yes, they kind of like it. They want to pretend sometimes they don't like it and sometimes they like it. And you know, we are causing confusion in our heads if we come up with an attitude like that. Yeah? Because with one breath we're saying we want the money, and on the other hand we're saying I'm not so sure if it's the right thing to actually have. We feel guilty about having money. Now, money is an energy. It's a spirit. It will sense that it looks like I'm not welcome here. Not quite welcome. Maybe I might just come in just for a short visit and leave. Okay? So, when you have money, what are you going to do? You're going to tend to get rid of it.
Because you're going to spend it.
You're going to get rid of it, yeah. And so even if you don't spend it, some people will come to you asking for help, and because you're such a good person with a good heart, what are you going to do? You're going to give the money and help people out, and you end up having nothing.
Okay, and then the graveyard squad.
The graveyard squad, those who believe that money is just so bad. You just don't need money in your life. You can live on love and water. That is so, they're dead. Completely dead. Why? Because they want money for transport. They are in jobs, they are actually working, and I'm asking them, why do you work if you don't think money is there and it's actually a useful tool? They'll tell you, no, I'm just working to survive. And I said, but you shouldn't be working, because money is a bad thing, you know. But for some reason they have closed off to the issue of money, and it just doesn't belong to them. Then you will never have money. You'll definitely never have money. And indeed, they will never have money because they hardly have money with them all the time. Yeah.
Okay, but you haven't, on the 4 types of people, you haven't really spoken about the person who has a healthy attitude towards money.
Yes.
Because of the 4, it's all the negatives. It's the big spender, it's the spender, and then an aversion to the money.
And
then
those who are cautious, who are cautious with their money. And that's the person who has a healthy attitude to the money, who understands, 1, the value of money, number 2, that if I take care of this money, I can still spend some of it and really enjoy and stop and smell the roses. I can have a beautiful home, and I do not have to overindulge with this money and put myself in so much trouble. I can have a normal life. And a normal life is having love and joy in the home, not because not because there's anything big. You may not even have such a lot of money in your home. You might just have nominal money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money for people to be happy. But the point I'm raising is that we definitely need to have a healthy attitude to money and have a balanced view on life. That money is not only for spending. Money is for saving. Money is for sharing. Money is for investing for our old age, when at some stage in our life we may not be able to work for ourselves, but the money that we have put away will be able to serve us better at that time.
You make a lot of sense, but you're scaring me. If you have a question for Winnie, give us a call on 086 223 or tweet me Nolene3Talk. If you find yourself drowning in debt, there's a way out. Winnie will have the steps to freeing yourself financially just after this.